Good morning, everybody. It's Chris Robinson, Robinson Tech Marketing. First of all, I sent out the client webinar last night. Watch that. If you have any questions, please call me. If you have any comments, call me. Let me know. Tell me what you think about it. This morning, we're just going to do the overnight action. Weather-wise, there's a ridge that's building. We'll see if it has any impact long term. We just had a ton of rain. Now it's going to dry out. And the other question is, is it going to be um, a severe enough thing to again lower yields? That's really what it comes down to at this point. When we just had a 70-cent sell-off, what's going to cut yields or what's going to cut acres? That's why the report that's coming up is so important because if they do cut a lot of corn acres, then we're back in the game. So a lot of stuff potentially good could come out of this report. You just don't know what the USDA is going to say acres wise. Still no new news about China stepping in and buying anything else. We had the little blip last week, which gave us 38% retracement of the sell-off both in wheat and soybeans. I talked about that in the letter. I talked about it in the webinar. Overnight prices. Well, 4-cent range in D's corn. Hard to get excited about that. Trading at 4.40 and 3/4, up a penny and a quarter. Novi beans, a 10-cent range, up 4 3/4 at 11.46 and a quarter. I've talked probably too much about the fact that 11.35, 11.37 is a huge pivot. It's the halfway back point of the entire year's rally. The rally that started at 10.55 and ended at 12.14. So at least with beans, we're in the middle of the range. Corn is, obviously a different story. We're sitting down here at 4.40, which is where we were in January. July wheat down only a penny and a half at 5.96 with a 10-cent range overnight. So that's the takeaway, kind of a quiet range overnight. In the outside market, so you got crude oil traded 72.48, 72.48. But if you go back to, I call it the war gap, on February 27th, we traded 67.83. So we got down last night to 72, call it 72.50, 72.48. So we don't have that much farther to go if we're going to go fill that gap, about $5. So we got to remember, back in December we were at $55. Hard to believe, right? We went from $55 to 120. But I guess we're going to continue to watch that where as well. If 70 fails, that opens up the door. There's probably some support down there between 65 and 60. That might be where we're headed as we work out whatever is going on a day-to-day basis with Iran. In the protein complex, we're going to find out. Are we going to make new contract highs? We'll see. We're going to open up here in about a half hour. August fats failed 4 times in the last 7 weeks to take out 250. August feeders. Stutter stepped yesterday at 373.175. Are we going to go back and take out the contract high? Are we going to have $4 feeders? We'll find out here. It's getting towards the end of the grilling season, really. I know that sounds crazy, but once we get through July 4th, a lot of that demand is going to fizzle. So that's something you'll start hearing about now. And obviously, people always worry when you're at the top. What possibly could give us another flush lower, right? We've survived pretty much everything. We survived the New World screw worm that really ripped us around for 3 or 4 months. Now the market seems to have factored that in as well. And finishing up with the hogs, just under pressure again out there in the deferred months. July hogs, I put this in the letter last night. There's 5 cents worth of risk here if we take out 94 cents. So maintain your puts. And that's how I'd wrap it up. If you still have unpriced bushels, you don't have to spend a lot. I put out some recommendations yesterday. You don't have to spend a lot to kind of stop the bleeding. There's still 30 cents worth of risk downside in corn. I know that sounds bananas, but if you look at that long-term continuation chart, that's what the market's telling us. So rather than guess wrong, I would say try and get yourself a cheap put and maintain, your defenses. On the other side, we are extremely oversold. if you did make cash sales up there, then take a shot at reowning those bushels with. I would go to at least September. September covers you till the end of August, and those would be for call options in case we are going to have a recovery. All right, this is Chris. Give me a call, 312 638 8868. I hope my stuff helps you. If you have any questions, call me. Thanks. Bye bye.